Do I collect a check for my disability? And if so, how much is it? Listen, these are just a couple of the questions I'm going to answer in this video. One of the questions that comes up an awful lot is, what is your job outside of YouTube? You know, how do you make a living? What do you do for work? And what do other blind people do for work? Let me start by talking about the jobs I've done.
Does it by request?
For me, I liked radio. That was my childhood dream, and so that's what I wanted to do, and that's the career path I chose. So I worked as a disc jockey. So what that meant was I'm running the control board, right? And playing all the CDs and taking them out and putting them back away. And I have to do things like the weather and talk up the records, you know? So when I was playing jazz, I was sort of cool, you know? There's Stan Getz, of course, and Desafinato, Brubeck in there, and one from Miles Davis too, from Kind of Blue, there's So What? And then I'd have to do things like the weather and even read commercials. Then they changed the radio station to oldies and actually kept me.
Solid gold!
So again, I was doing pretty much the same kind of things, but I was a little bit more lively now, right? I was saying more things like, you know, in the middle of another set of 10 oldies in a row, and Connecticut's home for the best and most oldies, right? All that kind of stuff. It was a lot of fun. You know, that's what I did for a couple of years. And then I got a different job. And this one was completely different. I was the traffic reporter. I listened to what people were talking about on the phones. I listened to what the cops were doing. I had police radios and stuff so I could hear everything that was going on around me. And there was nothing to see in that job. Absolutely nothing. And the other part of that job was being a part of a morning show, which was a real lot of fun because that allowed me to be funny and play a little bit. And then on Saturday nights, they gave me my own rock and roll sort of 80s and 90s retro show, which was great fun.
Weekend special!
But that meant that I really had no other time to do anything else. So I had to get out of the business for a while so I could concentrate on this.
Thank you.
So what do I do now besides YouTube? Well, I'm a public speaker. Schools, conventions, organizations, private parties hire me to tell my story. I talk about growing up as a blind child, what that was like. I also talk about the struggles I had as an adult, and of course my careers in radio and YouTube as well. And the cool part is that I get to travel. I do this all over the world. So I've gotten to see parts of the world I would have never imagined I'd ever been to before. So what about other people that are blind? Well, first off, if you're a blind person or you know a blind person, do me a favor and share the jobs that they've had in the past or that they do now right there in the comments, because I know I'm gonna miss a ton. It'll be a great way to let everybody know what blind people can do. Because honestly, the better question is, what jobs can't blind people do? There's a few obvious ones like a waiter or an airline pilot or a taxi driver, even a graphic designer or an illustrator. But then again, there are blind photographers in the world. As it turns out, there really is a way to do most jobs. I mean, through technology and different accessibility that's available, or you know what? Just desire. And it's about not letting your blindness stop you from doing what you want to do. Listen, I know blind people that are lawyers, teachers, psychologists, actors, musicians, customer service, tech support, a writer, guidance counselor, tech and web development. I've even got a friend who does retail. I mean, there's more, right? An accountant, a secretary, financial planner, maybe in the food service industry. To be honest, I don't know too many blind people that are on assistants. You know, everybody's working. It's so funny to me because there are people who assume that I can't do anything or that blind people can't do anything for work and just take a check, you know, a social security check or something like that every month. And that's all. And what kind of a dull life would that be, you know? It's certainly not the kind I want. You know, it's fun to work, right? It's nice to be able to be out in the world working, contributing. I don't know. I couldn't imagine just sitting around waiting for a check every month. People with all sorts of disabilities do all sorts of things. And you know what? It makes the workplace a better place. It really does. To have that kind of diversity around, everybody learns from it. And everybody has fun and, you know, it's a nice experience for people.
So do you collect the check?
You know what? I don't get a check now. And I'll tell you why. I don't deserve one. I'm out working. I'm doing things. You know, I'm able-bodied. I can go out in the work field and get a job. So why would I take a check? It's not my money. I didn't earn it or win it or inherit it. You know, that's somebody else's money. It's not mine.
So you wouldn't want the extra $500 or whatever a month?
Listen, I understand it'd be great, but the principle of the thing is what I don't like. Of course the $500 would be great, $600, $700, whatever it is a month. But it's a principle, and it's about my character too. I wouldn't be the person I am if I took checks every month. I don't think.
So you must love sighted people who collect unemployment checks.
Here's the thing. I know so many sighted people that don't work, that don't have jobs. And you know what? If I could see, my God, I'd be out pushing Uber right now. I wouldn't even be I'd be out driving Uber or Lyft or something, or waiting tables or bartending or something like that. It blows my mind when I see people that can't see that refuse to work. Drives me crazy. There's, great, yeah, okay, they're not great jobs, but you know what, they're jobs. And they help to put food on the table and help to keep you in the lifestyle you want. And sorry, but it makes me crazy. It really does.
Did you ever collect a check because of your disability?
I did. I did collect a check because of my disability in high school. For the 3 years of high school, and I did collect a check. I'll be honest. I'm not proud of it, but it was nice, because I had a little money coming in every month so I could go do stuff, you know what I mean? But I don't do it anymore. I stopped after high school. It was $172 a month, I believe, somewhere in there. Maybe $200, something like that.
If you did collect a check now, how much would that be?
Probably $1,000
Per month?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. You know what I mean? It's something I'm not interested in. I don't want to know.
Now, do you talk about this stuff in your public speaking?
I don't really talk about this too much. I mean, I talk about myself and my own struggles and what I had to go through. And I guess it's sort of implied, because what I talk about really is that if there's something you want to do in your life, then you should go out and do it. And don't let anything stand in your way to prevent that from happening. Just get out in the world and do it. Take a shot. I always tell kids when I talk to school children, right? If you want to be a Major League Baseball player, then go out and play ball every day and practice every day. Play catch with your mom or your dad or whatever it is. If you want to be an actor, if you want to be try it. Maybe you stink at it, but at least you gave it a shot. Northbound side of 95, still with volume out of Stamford to Norwalk and exit 14. Again, westport and southport 18 and 19 is beginning to ease toward the rest area and exit 23 in Fairfield. Parkway still with some volume into Canaan rest area, Norwalk's exit 38, and then busy westport through the narrow exit zone into Fairfield, and left overlays in through Trumbull toward the Stratford exits 51 and 52. Connecticut traffic guaranteed 9 times an hour to way to work. Tommy Edison, Star 99.9.